Hi guys, it's Nuclear1, back again with another video. It hasn't been a long time, but I'm just happy to have something to upload and stuff to show you guys. We'll call this a huge music haul. Although it's not that huge, I just got a lot of really good CDs, some good cassettes, and 2 vinyl records. And without further ado, let's begin. I'll name my favorite track on each thing that I show you and 2 honorable mentions. Worst case scenario, I don't say anything because I haven't actually listened to some of them yet. But without further ado, let's begin. The first one is So Tonight That I Might See by Mazzy Star. Fade Into You is my favorite one off this album here. She's My Baby and Blue Light are pretty good. Now, we'll put that off to the side here. Now, Foo Fighters, The Color and the Shape. Did I say that right? The Color and the Shape. Yes, that's the name of the album. Now, we have a bunch of great tracks here. Everlong is an excellent track. That's my favorite, I'd have to say. And not a fan of My Hero, but Hey Johnny Park is that qualifies for an honorable mention. Next up is Odelay by Beck. I've been a very big Beck fan for years. Devil's Haircut is an honorable mention, but Where It's At is really where it's at. That is a personal favorite. Now, I've never been a big Nirvana fan, but there are some tracks that I really do like, and they're on here. Nevermind. I'd have to say Territorial Pissings is my favorite track. Lithium comes up next, and In Bloom and Come As You Are probably in a tie, but probably In Bloom is a little higher on that list. Strange Days by The Doors. Strange Days being an excellent track. And also, let me see here, because I can't really see through my phone that good. Moonlight Drive is pretty good too. Now, interesting story about Dirty by Sonic Youth. Now, I ordered this off eBay, and I think it was a Japanese version. I didn't really care, it just so happens that I found the Japanese version for cheap, but it never showed up. So, I felt really sad, but eventually found it today. So, 100% is probably my favorite track. Sugarcane is in a tie for being a favorite track. But, you have a couple of the other stuff. Theresa's Sound World is also very good. And let me see what else I could say. Yeah, Drunken Butterfly. That's a solid track. Now we have Goo, or Sonic Youth LP, but I think they also call it Goo. Now, Dirty Boots, that's an excellent song. Cool Thing is probably my personal favorite. And Mildred Pierce is also a very solid song. And I think I'm not sure, if somebody in the comments knows, do let me know, but I think Thurston Moore said that his favorite song was Mildred Pierce, or was it Lee Ronaldo? Like the favorite song that they ever did. I'm not sure though. Now, I got a cassette here I'm very happy I found. The Big River, Johnny Cash. I'll do a little close up here. Folsom Prison Blues being my favorite one. Now, we have a couple of cassette singles. This is, can you see? I think so. This is 2 Wiki by Hoover. Make sure you guys can see the back here. I Saw the Light by The. I think he came to Israel not long ago and I missed it. Here you go. Not a fan of the cover though. And I don't know what Reef is. I've actually never listened to this. It was kind of like a random choice. I figured why not. I think they're an English rock band if I'm correct. Now we'll end the video with the 2 records that I found. Vinyl records. I do collect for all 3 formats. Now I'll have to raise my phone up here. Okay. Now this is The Shadows. Trying to see if I can show you the names of the songs here, but I have a feeling my phone isn't really focusing. We'll turn her around. This was in a bargain bin, because I wasn't primarily looking for any records, because I was taking the train and I only had my backpack with me, so I couldn't load up on records. It was very hot outside too, so I was afraid they'd get warped, so I figured just take something from the bargain bin, and God forbid, worst case scenario, if they get warped, then, you know, I didn't spend so much money. But who knew that I actually found 2 really good records. So that's a little close-up of the shadows. And this is another one I found. Greatest Hits by the Brothers 4. They're apparently a folk band from the 50s, and I'm a big fan of folk music. So I'm actually very excited to listen to that. And I know my dad told me that the Shadows are an instrumental rock group, so I'm also kind of excited to give them a listen. There you go. It's a little look through there. So this was made in Israel. It says so here in Hebrew. And again, this was in the bargain bin. Oh, sorry, I slipped a little bit. And there's a little writing here. This is Samar to Etsy. This is a birthday gift, I think, written in July 1980. Now, a little thing, I know a lot of people are sticklers that their records should be, you know, completely clean without any writing. But my aunt, for instance, and gave me some old records that her and my dad, you know, had in a box. And they had some writing on it, and I actually like that. It adds a little bit of a sentimental value to it to me. So to have a record that is kind of like somebody's memory, in a way, I find that to be very cool. So apparently, the Brothers 4 album that I owned was a gift to someone, given in July 1980, and I think that's kind of cool. Now, thanks for watching, and if I have anything else to show you, I'll be sure to do so. I'm going in about 3 weeks, and I think I mentioned it in the last video. I'd like to have a type of video where I go into Goodwill or other thrift stores and show you what I'm looking for or what I find there. And I'll be sure to try and update you whilst I'm on my vacation. So thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.